Hey guys, welcome to the Gold Eagle Dropshippers channel. My name is Youssef Benani and I've sold millions of dollars on Shopify since I started my journey 2 years ago. I've always wanted to build a community, but never had much time due to the energy it took to run my business. Nevertheless, recently we've invested in developing an AI that tests, optimizes, scales, and kills our ads, and it's been a game changer for us. Reason being is not only does it do a better job than any human being out there, it freed a lot of time, and I am finally able to create this community that I've long dreamed about. The content I provide is always based on my data, systems, and is the result of thousands of hours spent experimenting on Facebook. Today's subject will be how to test and when to kill your products in 2019 and 2020 using CBOs. Welcome back, guys. So we're here on the drawing board to explain how we're going to be testing using CBO campaigns for launching your products in 2019-2020. You can see more or less a diagram of what we will be doing and how we will be testing the products. For those of you that don't know what a CBO is, it stands for Campaign Budget Optimization, and this is a feature that we've been using with Facebook since mid 2018. It basically allows the optimization to happen on a campaign level rather than on an ad set level, and it has many positive points, such as first, like decreasing your cost per purchase, because everything that is all the data that is basically accumulated in the ad set aggregates on a campaign level, having you like needing to spend much less to find out if a product will be a winner or not. But also it has this ability to automatically affect the highest amount of money to the least competitive interest on a certain given day. And what I mean by that is that competition within Facebook fluctuates on a daily basis. And on a certain level, you could have, for example, the interest like a gift that is performing well, and the next day it won't perform just as well on a regular ad set. And people will be complaining about how Facebook is not consistent. But it's rather if the auction is 2 times more competitive on the next day on gift, then it is obvious why your interest gift is performing less. And basically that's what CBO is going to do, is that it's going to take all the 5 interests that are currently running and will optimize each and every single day on the one with the least amount of competition, and that it should bring you the best ROAS. So that's why we are really focusing on only using CBOs, and that's how we're going to scale, optimize, retarget, and really just be running all our structures within this framework. So for example, we want, when we're testing, to be testing on a duration of 2 days. Always, not more, not less. We want to try to test the product within 2 days to decide if it's going to be a winner or not. You can see the formula. Our winner will be budgeted 10x our mCPA divided by 2, because we're testing for 2 days. So mCPA is also called sometimes break-even point. So if you have a product that costs you on AliExpress $5 and you plan on selling it for $25, your mCPA is going to be $20 minus the transaction fees. And so that's how you're going to define your budget. You're going to take 10x that break-even point and divide it by 2. Then we're going to try to make this CBO, to make each ad set in this CBO spend the same amount of money on the testing phase to figure out which ad sets will be the best performing. Then you can see the structures that we're going to plug inside the CBO 5 different ad sets, and each one including an image, and a video ads. The KPIs that we're going to be using when testing products, that first of all, we're never going to be killing ad sets. We're only going to be observing on the campaign level. And if we spend 3x our mCPA, or our break-even point, if you prefer calling it like that, and we get no sales, no add to carts, we're going to kill the campaign and move on to test another product. If we get a few add to carts by 3x but no purchases, we're going to give it until 5x to see if we get a purchase or not. Else we're going to kill it. If we cross the thresholds where we're getting sales by 3x or 5x, we're then going to let it run until 10x CPA, and our goal at that point is to be break even. Not profitable if you are awesome, but your goal is just to break even, so that we can then move the product to an optimized campaign and optimize our landing page, run more creatives, and improve moreover the entire experience of our user to make it profitable and be able to then push it to a scale campaign. So you can see, I'll give you this diagram below later that you can download and that you can like keep on track of. I selected a product for you today, and it's basically like a racetrack. It's basically a racetrack for kids, just because Q4 is coming up, and during holiday season, like we all know that toys like are an awesome product to sell. So we're gonna be testing this one today together. And I've made an Excel sheet for you guys that I will give you a download as well, basically with the product name, the AliExpress link, price, and your store price. And basically it calculates you like all the rest automatically. It'll give you like the transaction fees, the gross profit margin, your mCPA, your 3x mCPA. As we said earlier, if no sale by then, no add to carts, you kill by $109 spent. Or if you add to carts, you give it until 182 spent. You're gonna get as well your minimum ROAS, or your break-even ROAS that you should expect by 10x spent, and the budget that you should give to your CBO. So in the case of this Magic Neon Wheels, the name I gave it, makes it look branded, we're going to go and apply this diagram into the ads manager. So as you can see, we're on our campaign level here, named properly of course. So it's going to be USA CBO, the name, and my mCPA, which I roughly estimate at $37, but then I have it at $36.48. Let's put it at $36.48 just to be for precision's sake. Boom. And you can see, if you have never ran a CBO before, you can just check it's a conversion based campaign. You just have to tick in this budget optimization, and it will allow you to budgetize at the campaign level. We leave it at highest value or lowest cost for now. And then we're going to go check our ads before I always do our ad sets, and make sure that every ads, for example, let's take Lego over here. We'll see we'll have one video, one image. Ad set, video, image. And let's say, for example, the video that we've made. We'll basically have the video, the headline, and the primary text with Get Yours Now on the link to go to. Now I'm going to give you another tip when writing your ad copies and your headlines. And I know a lot of you sometimes get confused on what constitutes good copy, what constitutes a good headline. I'm going to really systemize it for you as well. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure nobody ever gave this online, because again, it's the discoveries out of many trial and errors. We have this Python. Basically, this is a code that's written in Python that will classify your text and the sentiment it portrays to your potential audience base. And our goal is to be able to aim for a polarity of 0.8 or higher, and that will usually constitute a good ad copy. And there's power words that you can Google search for, like the word perfect, secret. There are certain words that just have a positive polarity naturally within us, within our innate desires as human beings. So if you go pick up, for example, our headline, the perfect way to stimulate your child's imagination. We're going to go back to Python and plug it over here and analyze it. We can see, for example, that this headline has a 0.9 polarity that is positive. So it's an awesome headline. So you're going to try to experience in the same way when you're writing your headlines, your ad copies, your product descriptions, and aim to get at least a 0.8 or higher. That way you will have like more engagement, higher CTR, and just higher, I guess, metrics across the board, and a higher chance for your ads to succeed. So apply this. And of course, make sure you name well your video and your image, simply because when we're going to be optimizing, we're going to be adding creatives, adding headlines, adding copies to make sure that we're really selecting the best combination to scale. So always make sure that you're naming things properly. So video 1, headline 1, copy 1, image 1, headline 1, copy 1. And basically you want to have this across the board. So 1 video, 1 image across the 5 interests. Now what we haven't done yet is apply the min spend per ad set. And the reason we're doing this is because when you're testing a product, there's no data yet that your campaign has. So we want to give an equal chance to every single ad set here to optimize properly and to gather enough data to then let Facebook, like when we're optimizing or scaling, decide to what ad set it will allocate the budget. But when we're starting, we're basically just taking the budget and dividing it by 5. And if you follow the formula, your budget divided by 5 will always come back to your mCPA, which in this case is $36.48. So we will go to the ad sets. You'll see they're already targeted right now: Toys R Us, toys, Hot Wheels, parents to preschoolers, Lego, basically like across the board. Always, as well, one little tip: always leave the numbers, the size of your audience when you're targeting, because it helps us to know to what level we can scale that audience later on if the product works. So we're going to select all the audiences, edit them, and you're going to see there's this part called budget and schedule. And you're gonna go to ad spend limits, and you're gonna get ad spends to these ad sets, and we're gonna set a minimum daily. So in this case, 36.48. We want every single ad set to spend at least $36.48 on a daily basis, so that every single ad set gets an equal chance to scale. To test. That's it. That's more or less how you set up a CBO campaign to test your products, and it's really systematic. So as long as you're using this method and you're applying this formula and you keep testing on a daily basis, there is no reason absolutely that you will not get to find a winner product eventually. Just make sure that, as I said, to use Python below to make sure that your headlines are on par, your ad copies are on par. Make sure you're running the proper number on the Excel sheet, and keep hustling and keep testing. So the next video will be about optimizing your campaigns and eventually scaling your campaigns. So feel free to leave a like to this video, to subscribe. You will find all the following documents in the link below, and make sure you join the Gold Eagle Dropshippers group, which is systems, data, and no bullshit. It was nice talking to you guys, and see you on the next video.